Zelda fans, I'm Ely from Knights of Hyrule and this is Kooloo Limpah. I just got back from a very fun and Zelda-filled weekend at the Too Many Games convention. And there were so many games and so much good merch, and there was a lot of really cool Zelda stuff. What made me happiest of all was out of all the game shirts going around, people wearing, all their game gear, most of it was Zelda related. So it's really nice to know that our Hyrulean population is continuously growing. So we're going to get into all the good details and juicy fun Zelda stuff, but first I'm going to answer a mailbag question. Jen's Road asks, Zelda was always a huge influence for other games, but do you think Nintendo should take some ideas from other game franchises into the Zelda series? Zelda really has influenced pretty much everything. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of exaggeration, but it really has its claws into a lot of other games, and that's because a lot of people who grew up with Zelda ended up becoming developers. Plus, Zelda did a lot of things that had never been done before, so it's kind of easier for it to have influence other games, whereas newer games from today, it's kind of hard to re-influence Zelda because Zelda's pretty much already done all that stuff. There are tons of things, and looking at the new Zelda Wii U trailer, I really think that they've been influenced by JRPGs, which a lot have really used that beautiful anime style with the cel shading, and they've used it well. Whether it's more of a Western action game like, say, Prince of Persia, or something along the lines of, I don't know, the Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of blah blah blah, that art style really, really works. While Zelda is a very creative and artistic series, I do think that this step into cel shading and animation that's not toony like the Wind Waker, I do think it's inspired by JRPGs. And then I do want to say, and I know some people might not agree, but I think a little bit more of RPG elements could fit into the Zelda series because really they're already there, so just improve upon them a little bit. We already have item upgrades, we already have quest items to find. We don't have to go crazy into it like an Elder Scrolls game, but if you play an Elder Scrolls game, you can definitely feel the Zelda roots in it. And so it's obvious where those games got their influences, so I think Zelda could probably even do it better. I wouldn't want it to go all the way, but definitely step up their game a little bit. But the most interesting thing is Zelda seems to be taking influences from itself. It's kind of, even if you play the more recent games, you can see how it's looking back to its own successful past and bringing those things back. Next question comes from Carmel, who asks, do you think that Link should transform into another animal in the new Zelda game? No, not if they do it the way they did in Twilight Princess. I'm sorry, I know a lot of you like it, but I did not like being the wolf. Maybe I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if I hadn't been so restricted and forced to be stuck in that mode. And I don't feel like that it being part of the story is any justification for forcing the player to be stuck like that for a long period of time. Plus, I'm sorry, but the wolf howling music is just so unbelievably corny. I personally would not want to do the animal thing again. I'm fond of being a Hylian, especially if I'm a handsome and sexy little Hylian like Link. I don't mind looking at his lovely Hylian face, but if it does happen in the future that he gets turned into another animal, I don't even care what he gets turned into, as long as it doesn't really take away from the gameplay or make you feel like you're forced to do something you don't want to do. If I wanted to play a wolf for that long, I would have just gone and played Okami. Okay, so let me get back to the Zelda stuff that I got. Okay, so I went to Too Many Games convention, and it was fantastic. I went to the 8-bit artist booth, and his stuff was incredible. He had the most awesome 8-bit paintings on canvases, woodblock canvases that you could mount on your wall if you wanted to. And I really wanted them, but geez, that awesome Link on Epona one, that was $400. And this little one with Link from Adventure Link was like $45. And then there was a Wind Waker one off in the corner, which I didn't even ask how much that was. And then I went to the Sanchi booth. There was the Spiritual Stones necklace, and it was so beautiful, and I wanted it. But did you know each little charm is 20 bucks? I'm sorry, I can't afford that, but I'm not going to buy that. I'm definitely going to buy it. What am I saying? I'm just not going to buy it right now. And then I also picked up some buttons because I'm developing a button fetish, and I don't know what it is about it, but they're just so cool. You can just stick them on all your clothing and flaunt your gamer or Zelda fanness and it's awesome. Then I ran to the booth for Alex's Misfit Toys, which she has the most adorable stuff you've ever seen. Little polymer clay creations and little bottles. I got myself some fairy in a bottle earrings because they were super cute. I didn't even see them at first, and I freaked out when I saw them. I was like, I had to have them. And she also had some Lon Lon milk charms. Aren't they adorable? Got one for me and one for one of you. So there's going to be a little giveaway, and it's going to be Kooloo. And yeah, so all you have to do is share this video and or comment, whatever. Either one will do, but that's how you get entered. And then I also ended up getting myself something else. Oh, what is this? Well, I visited the Hero's Edge stand, but I already have a metal Master Sword. And recently, I've been working on a Darkwing cosplay, so I ended up getting myself a Darkwing Master Sword. So I'm going to open this. Now, this is a foam sword, and they're actually stress tested. They're weighted, and it goes on the back of the package, but all you need to know is that they are tested for durability, which they're very durable. They're foam, but they're not like, you're not going to bend it foam. So, I mean, it's actually got some, oh, I could smack somebody with it, and it might hurt a little bit if I hit them in the face. But there you go. It is super cool. So the cool thing about this is since it's foam, you can actually take it to a convention and you don't have to piece tie it because it's foam and it's not going to hurt anybody unless, again, you smack them in the face. So then I got some other cool stuff, and this is really just making me so happy having bought this. So I am very happy to get this because it's really hard to find in the box with the plasticky plastic. And then for those of you who love Zelda music, you know who ZREO is, Zelda Reorchestrated, and you know about Twilight Symphony. Well, Twilight Symphony CDs are really kind of hard to get a hold of, especially in perfect condition, which, oh yes. So for the first day I went to the con, I was wearing my awesome Zelda Triforce leggings that I showed you guys with my Link beanie, and when I walked in, one guy there was like, oh, you're a Zelda person. I have Twilight Symphony for sale. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, it's complete in box and sealed. And I was like, no. And he's like, yeah, there it is right there. And I was like, that's mine. So here it is with the plasticky plastic and the la 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 la. And yeah. So, didn't I say before that I was working on a regular Link cosplay? Yes, I am. Well, sort of like a Zelda / Link cosplay. You'll see it when I see it, but it's not the Darkwing one I was just talking about, but one I mentioned before. Got some stuff for it. Let's unbox. Got my cutty cut. And we're cutting and cutting away from the body because we don't want to sustain an injury. And we cut. Almost dropped it. Okay. You know what we do with stuffings. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, bubble wrap. I'll play with this later. So, I got myself another sword. This one is wooden because, again, you can't really take metal ones to cons without piece tying them. Now, this one I can already see some problems. I got some purple there. I got this for an Ocarina of Time cosplay because this is the closest design to Link's scabbard that you will find on the internet that's not fiberglass blades super expensive. So, it does fit in the sheath very well. Now the red up here, for those of you who are true Zelda fans, you know that this kind of design, really this hilt is more of the Link to the Past hilt, so definitely getting repainted. Now, this is all blue, but that's okay. It's wood and I have paint, and I'm going to paint it. But that is very great. It's very light, and nothing really to strap it to my back with, but it's wood, so it's easily modifiable. So there is that. That is actually very nice. I am very glad I got that. So that is it for this mailbag. It was very fun and Zelda-filled weekend, which, you know, you can never have too many games or too much Zelda. I'll see you next time. Bye!